How will I know when he loves me? This can be a question that you want to ask within a month in, 3 months in, or maybe you're in a relationship and you still don't really know if he loves you for reals, for reals. And the reason this is such a common question women will ask with the guys they're involved in is because for guys, sometimes it can be hard for us to express our emotions. And you may be providing the safe space for him to do that, but he may not feel comfortable enough to say this just yet. Well, the best way to know a man's intentions and feelings is through his actions. So here are 7 things that men do when they genuinely love you. The first thing is that he will actively try and be seen with you, with his friends, with his family, and with his colleagues. When a man loves a woman, it means that he has chosen her to be the one he wants to have something serious with, someone that he wants to present to the world with. And presenting to his world is presenting to his family, to his circle of friends, and especially to his work. He not only wants to give you the title of his woman, of his girlfriend, of his queen, of his wife, but he also wants to show you off as well. He's gonna be proud to have you on his arm when you're walking down the street, or if you're out at a bar or at a club. But he also wants to be showing other men that he's the one who got you. You know, there's an extent of bragging rights here. And the reason this is such an important note to take is because amongst guys, we know that we don't introduce any girl to our group of friends unless it's something serious. So if one of our boys is having a party and we say, hey, can I bring this girl? The fact that she's gonna be meeting his close friends is very significant to him and his friends. Because the truth is, if a guy is just seeing someone casually and he doesn't really care about it going forward, he's not gonna waste time introducing her to the people in his circles, because for him, she's not gonna be around that long. This next way to tell when a guy genuinely loves you is that he makes sacrifices to make you happy. Throughout history, men have been known to sacrifice themselves for the women that they love and they care about. Men want to put themselves between her and the bullet. When the Titanic went down, it was women and children first. When countries go to war, it is the men who have gone to fight for their country, for their women, and for their children. And this is no different. For a lot of men, how they show love is through compromise and through sacrifice. So if you say that you want to do something, and even though he may want to do something else, because he loves you and cares about you and wants to make you happy, he is more likely to say, okay, let's do your thing first, or let's do your thing now and we can do my thing later. Love is all about compromise. And when you build a relationship with someone, you're gonna find that you're gonna have to make compromises as well. But when a man loves a woman and he wants to make her happy, there are certain sacrifices that he will start to make. And the first sacrifice that he'll start to make is that he will stop seeing other women. Now, I know that may not seem that important to you, because for you, maybe as a woman, for you, when you start liking a guy, you tend to get narrow vision. But for a lot of guys, they get narrow vision emotionally, but sexually, they still may be open to other women. But when a guy loves you and he wants to have something with you, if him being exclusive to you is part of your happiness within the relationship, then he is going to do that. Now, here's the thing. We have to be careful that we don't make it someone else's responsibility for our happiness, because we are the only people responsible for our happiness, and someone else is meant to add to that. And there's 2 good reasons why we have to make sure we move this way. The first one is it's dangerous when someone has that much level of power and control over our emotional state. This doesn't help, because it means we are only okay when we feel we are getting the right thing from them. And relationships go up and down. There are going to be times where you go through a rough patch, and we have to make sure that we can still be okay, even though our relationship may need some work right now. And the second reason is that it wouldn't be fair for them to predicate their entire happiness on us. It wouldn't be fair if we were solely responsible for making them happy, because in relationships, there are going to be times where you have to prioritize your emotional needs, and there are going to be times where they have to prioritize their emotional needs. And that takes communication and understanding. And it's because of these exact moments within a relationship that we have to make sure that we are not completely dependent on the other person for our happiness and for our emotional state. Now, don't get me wrong. If a guy loves you, he's gonna wanna make you happy, okay? And this isn't about throwing everything to the wayside so that he just becomes a yes man, because nobody wants that. But if you express a need of yours and he makes an effort to try and fulfill that need, then you know that he loves you, because guys don't do that for women that they don't love. This next sign that a guy genuinely loves you is that he cares about the relationship you have with your family and your close close friends. Of course, the reason he cares about this is because if you're taking him seriously and he's taking you seriously, it could be a point that at some point your family becomes his family, your close friends become part of his close circle as well. So if you're going through a rough time with your dad or with your brother or your best friend, he's gonna have a genuine interest in helping you repair that. He's gonna want to hear what's going on. He's gonna want to, think, is there anything you both can do to help this? Is there any advice that he thinks could help the situation for you? Because as the saying goes, we are a combination of the 5 closest people to us. So the 5 closest people to you, if he's gonna be one of them, he's gonna care about the other 4. This next thing that shows a guy genuinely loves you is that he wants to add you to the rhythm of his life. Basically, a guy wants to add you to the schedule of his life. Depending when he works, when he socializes and everything, he's gonna wanna be adding you to that formula, to that map of what he's doing. You're a little puzzle piece that he just wants to fit in. Now, how you know when a guy starts to do this is that he starts to share the details of things that he has to do, like his work schedule, his social schedule, meetings he has, or things he has to get done. And the reason he's sharing this information with you is because he wants to work with you to see, okay, when is it can I next see you? When is it that we can do something together? Is there anything that I'm doing that you want to be a part of? He's trying to fit you into the schedule of his life. Equally, he's going to be asking what you're doing, what your plans are, what your schedule is, what the rhythm of your life is, so that you can match that together. This next thing that shows that a guy genuinely loves you is that he is proud of your accomplishments. Okay, now if you watched any of my videos, some of you may have heard me say time and time again that ladies, as a woman, your achievements and your accolades do not make you more desirable to men. It doesn't add to your attraction to the opposite sex the same way a successful man does for women. However, when a guy loves you, he's gonna be proud and care about your achievements and the things that you make strides in. It's kind of like choosing friends. You probably didn't choose your friends because of the achievements that they have or the strides that they've made. I mean, if you did, that's a different level of gold digging, but you likely would have chosen them because it's their personality that adds value to your life. And because you now have this connection with them, all the things that they achieve now makes you proud. You have pride for them because you have a stake in their happiness. And it's the exact same thing when a guy loves a woman. This next thing that really shows that a guy genuinely loves you is that he won't let other people disrespect you in public. When in public, the guy who loves you will stand up and fight for you. And this isn't because he feels that you're incapable because you're weaker than him or anything like that, but it's because respect and honor go hand in hand for men, especially when it comes to their relationship. And men will definitely fight for the honor of his woman for the relationship he has with her. And this mainly comes from because he wants you to feel safe. He wants you to feel protected, not just physically, but verbally as well. Now, here's the thing, verbally, you probably can take care of yourself anyway. And maybe you can physically too, but if something's going on to you, it's going to be very difficult for him not to engage with that and step in to protect you and support you with that. This is just one of the ways that a lot of guys like to serve the women they love. And this next thing that definitely, for sure my favorite, that definitely shows that a guy loves you is he listens to you attentively. There is a difference between hearing and between listening. Yes, sometimes, ladies, a guy can be hearing you but not listening to you. Because when you say, oh yeah, did you get that? He goes, oh.
Wait, what'd you say?
But if you're talking to a guy and he is giving you that eye contact, he has his full attention on you. He's listening to what you're saying, and he even references other things in the conversation that you said before that shows that he's listening attentively, and he definitely has a definite level of love and care for you. Because look, I'll just be honest, for a lot of guys, listening is a chore. Sometimes it is, okay? Boys have had the experience of their parents lecturing them, etc., when all they want to do is go out and play. But the reason he's going to be so attentive with you because there's something that you're saying that could affect you both. It could affect you both now or could affect you both in the future. 9 times out of 10 it might not, but it's the quality time that he has with you he values, and part of that is listening. Are you involved with a guy and wondering whether he genuinely loves you? Are there any of these signs that you thought, oh yeah, actually no, he definitely did do that? Or are you looking at these signs being like, I've not seen any of that? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. And if you're looking for a guy to spark up your love life, make sure you subscribe to this wonderful tribe. And as always, keep it slick. Pow.